Mike has a big personality, and Mike needs to put his all into anything that he does. And I think skiing for him, the freestyle skiing and the things that he did was perfection. It's really common in trauma survivors to avoid whatever it is that reminds them of the trauma. For Mike, if it couldn't be the way it was, then he wasn't going to touch that.
Fierce, potent, invincible, unflappable, honest and true as a friend.
Mike has the mental capacity to do it, and I know he's got the physical will to train to do it. So if the trainer can get him fit, Mike's got the drive to stick with it, and if we can come up with a way to get him up the hill, he'll make it work if it will. Because he doesn't have a quit in him, I guess is the best way I can put it.
Yeah, so right now it's May 23rd, and we're heading up to Paradise, Paradise Lodge up on Mount Rainier. It's snowing right now, interestingly enough, because 2 days ago I was out doing yard work, and we just had days of sunshine, springtime was here, and now it feels like winter as we're heading up to Paradise to check it out. I was hoping it would be clear so that we could see more of Mount Rainier, but it is what it is. But we're up here in our little scouting mission, thinking about heading up here next spring to hike up to Camp Muir and ski down. So, we're going to get up there and find out today what we can see. Hopefully talk to, one of the rangers up there, some of the folks, and just start getting an understanding of the lay of the land and what's it going to be like logistics-wise to hike up to Camp Muir. We're going to go up there and spend the night. Is it going to be a one-day hike? Because our whole purpose is to ski down, but then we got to be thinking about things like the weather. We could be weather challenged, so this is really all about trying to, get our legs underneath us as far as planning for this trip. Well, I guess it's about time. 36 years since the last time I was at Paradise.
Welcome back.
Thanks. Yeah, we got some challenge coming here.
I woke up and I knew a new day, a new way, and new eyes to see it all. Go your way, I go mine, get gone. The sky is clear.
I could talk to somebody around here, a hiking ranger, somebody to get some data about the mountain, and you're the guy. Okay. So it's snow, depending on the time of the year. It could be that you're on snow, or it could be that you're on a gravel path, depending on what.
But the farther up you get, the more likely that it's just all snow.
Right. Okay.
Because the Muir snowfield does get to be about 30 feet deep.
Right. Okay.
he had 2 stunts, not just 1, but 2 that he did and nobody else did. One is a 360 with a daffy. We called it the Vowels copter, or the Vowels around.
One in particular is the Vowels-a-copter.
Well, you know, the Vowels-a-copter is it's an interesting trick. And his signature move, the Vowels-a-copter.
I successfully won that Porsche, and it was because of my what became known as the Vowels-a-copter.
Fame makes a man who takes things over. Fame makes him loose, hard to swallow. Fame.
So I was at work, and after work I was doing a project for my father at his cabin, and I got there and he said, "Jeff, I have something to tell you." And it was one of those excruciatingly long moments where my mind doesn't know what it is.
On Saturdays back in 1980, we had 1,600 kids show up between 10 and 18 years old, and Mike was one of the high school guys, young bucks, that taught for me. So that was, well, yeah, late 70s. And then 85 is when he hit the tree, which was the worst day of my life.
And it turned out to be a pretty bad thing. My best friend in life, who was the champion snow skier, is now paralyzed. And I was shocked. I was stunned. I was saddened. But I didn't really understand yet what that would mean.
I was with him. He was skiing a very difficult, it's called side slip chute. It's fairly narrow. It's got a rock wall on one side, trees on the other. It's got what they call a double fall line. So there's this way and this way. And I've never seen anybody ski it that fast in my life. When he went down, cut an edge, and went back like this, hit the tree in the middle of his back, it would have killed me, broken me in 2 in the middle. Anyway, we got him out of there.
So when I finally was able to spend time with him at the hospital, I remember so clearly going in, and Mike, there was still a fire within Mike, the same old fire that made him a champion skier and made him want to be #1 at all times. That fire was there. I held his hand, and he wouldn't stop, just kind of squeezing my hand a little bit. And I said, "Mike, it's all right. Save your energy." And so he relaxed that a bit. But he wanted me to know that he's still in there.
And then I'd visit him in the hospital, and I'd come out of there feeling better than he did. I said, "I'm supposed to make you feel good." But he's got a very good self-image and just a great, what would I say, outlook on life.
My name is Mike Vowels. I'm 57 years old. I'm a former championship level freestyle skier from the 1970s, and am about to embark on a journey of going to Sun Valley, Idaho, and learning to ski again after 28 years away. When I got hurt, I just opted to not ski again. The monoski, sit ski was in its early cruder developmental stage at the time, and it's something that was not of interest. It wasn't a draw for me, and I really wanted to leave skiing as it was, perfect. And I pretty much chose to put it up on a shelf, put a little glass case, crystal case over the top of it, leave it as it is, and I just said to people, that's a closed chapter of my life, and I want to keep it that way. I want to reserve that as just being a perfect part of my life that I did, and I didn't want to ever do it any different than the way I did. I didn't want to compromise that in any way, shape, or form.
Now, is that something under his...
I want to lift this leg and push on the outrigger. But you don't want to lean, you just want to move that arm. That's it, you're leaning though. Left. Beautiful.
It's been a very good day. It's, oh man, I'm excited. I feel very rewarded. It all felt natural, it all felt right, and not terribly overwhelming, you know? I mean, considering it's been 28 years, this was just fantastic.
rigger is a balance assistant, and they're there to put out, to pivot on the end, and if you lean your torso into it and you lean it downhill with your head pointing in the direction you want to go, the whole ski will just come around with no difficulty. If you're clenching them, white knuckling them like a stand-up skier, you end up just going back up the hill and falling. And as a beginner mono skier, I did that all the time, and it was so frustrating because I did not want to fall downhill. For an able-bodied skier, you have your ankles, your knees, and your hips. Those are your joints and leverage to turn to get down the hill. When you're a sit-down skier, you have your hips and just your upper body. So you need to maximize that to weight it and make all that happen. So it just takes time.
I'm on schedule. Yeah. I am absolutely on schedule. I'm punctual for doing this. There was never any other time that this is my time. This is just how it goes, and I am spot on time. So. Say that you gotta end your day by 10. If you're out on a date and you bring it home late, it's a sin. You just ain't no excuse, and you know you're gonna lose and never win. Now say it again, and it's all because your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. When evening rolls around and it's time to go to town, where do you go? To rock and roll. Unbelievable! My nephew just proposed! Whoa! Unbelievable! My God! Oh! Make my day!
Been thugging all my life. Can't say I don't deserve to take a break. You'd rather see me catch a case and watch my future fade away. That's right.
You know, I've described him this way. I call him Superman. He's one of those guys that is so strong and so tough and so determined.
Gee, I know I used to teach skiing, and so to see the progress Mike's making has just been really uplifting. He's gone from day one of a whole new way of looking at snow and how you get around on it, and he's starting to take control of the hill and take control of what he does, and I think it's just onward and upward from here.
Mike's been such an inspiration to everybody. He's, as I said last night, he's a real hero.
Unbelievable. I'm skiing with people, like Mike said, 28 years ago. He said, Deb, the last time I was on this ski chair was with you 28 years ago. And it was just, I'm almost made me start to cry. Because I would have never dreamed this could happen.